Hey everybody, it's Debbie with the Question Queens. Welcome back. I'm just going to tell you right now, this is going to be a long freaking video. So I hope you're prepared. I am, but I have got a lot of notes. I want to read this thing to you that was left in the comment section by, I'm totally going to butcher your name, Valt. It's Valtte. So Vault, that's it. That's all I got. And I'm probably still not saying it right. But it was important to me because it's just who I am. When something's important to someone else, I can feel it and I know it. So I can't treat it whimsically, and especially a song like this. So I asked you all for comments. I took notes on several of them, but this one really talks about just the making of the song. But he needed a young boy. He had an idea of a young boy reading a poem. Well, he didn't know, like a 12-year-old boy or around that age that knew how to speak English. So anyway, he ends up finding a young man. And it was the son of his mother's sister, knew a director, an English-Finnish director and writer. His name was Neil Hardwick, and his son name was Sam. So he called him up and asked him to do the poem, and Sam agreed right away. He was 15 years old. So basically he says, I talked to a 15-year-old boy. He seemed like such a citizen of the world and was actually familiar with our band too, which is pretty awesome. Sam said he'd be free to record the poem anytime. I just have to give him a call. He even knew where Finvox was and promised to meet us there. I don't know what that is. The professionalism of young Sam Hardwick made a deep impression on Thomas. When he arrived at the studio, I had to ask him to wait for 10 minutes or so, and he just pulled a book from his pocket and sat down and read. Well, I do know that you all were saying that every chance that Thomas got, he's always reading. So I gave him the poem, and he read it through a few times. We did some editing, and Sam just sat down on the studio floor and read his book, after which I asked him to read the poem a couple more times. When I started talking about his reward, he wouldn't hear anything about it. He just said, "It's okay, it was fun." I insisted on giving him at least a couple hundred of marks, and then he left. A very puzzling young man, but a real pro and a very nice person. He later did the beginning of Bless This Child, and once again, everything worked like a charm. So I thought that was really an interesting behind the scenes or behind the story. And also, let me go back to my notes. Kent K, he said, he was basically answering the question, which a lot of you all actually left this comment. He's basically asking the question, if you knew you were going to die tomorrow, what would you have to say, or what message would you want to leave? And I think it's a really important question, and it's a very good one. And a lot of us don't pause to take the time to really think about that. I know a couple of you asked me to do the studio version that has the lyrics. The all popular suggestion was the live version, which is what I have set up to do. Scott Anderson said, "It's a lonely soul reaching out through song." And Vogel, it's Vogel, sorry. This song shows Thomas shaped Nightwish, but Nightwish shaped him. That his change is difficult, but not always bad. FV 623, he left a quote which I thought was really important. It said, sorry, I gotta get my book. See all my book, all my notes? This is the most personal song. This is from Thomas, by the way. This is the most personal song I've ever written. My testimony for the whole world. With this song, I want to apologize to everyone who deserves my apology. It also makes an I don't care statement to those who deserve it. This song is also about what Nightwish means to me and has meant to me. It's all, without it, I'm dead. I've created it, and it has created me. When I pass away, this song's lyrics are of what I wish to be remembered. An ocean soul. So back to, I'm going to say just vault. I could get fancy and say valte, but I'm sure that that's not right. Sorry about that. Hang on. It went all the way down. I like this part where he said, for Thomas Dead Boy's poem is a deeply personal song. This is the quote. The idea for that song came to me when I was thinking that if I die tomorrow, what kind of message do I want to leave behind? He explains. That song is all about apologizing and about saying thank you to those who deserve it, and likewise telling those who deserve it to F off. It's kind of a testament. I had to make a song like that just in case I happen to die tomorrow. A finished man rarely thanks anyone or says he's sorry, but for me at least, it was possible through music. And he was also 23 years old when he wrote this song, which is just remarkable. He goes on to say, I still live at my mom and dad's, who are the best people in the world, but I've never been able to tell them what I think about them, Thomas confesses. Maybe if they listen to the song and read the lyrics, they'll understand that it's partly about them too. It's also about my best friends in Nightwish, and the band that has came to be significant, if not the most significant, part of myself in the course of years. My bandmates are really important to me, but it's hard for me as a finished man to show my feelings. I'd rather write a song like Dead Boy's poem and ask them to listen to the words, because I just can't say it out loud. It's such a personal song, and I think it has the best lyrics I've ever been able to write. Musically, it's really good too. Definitely the best song on Wishmaster. Maybe the best Nightwish song ever. So, with that said, I'm going to go over here. And there were Chad Bennett and several other of you mentioned that it's the only time that you'll not see Impu smiling, because he's always smiling. So he doesn't smile during his solo. Another one is, I did not write down your name. Hold on. I think it's FV 623. It includes 2 Shakespeare sonnets. Sonnet 71, nay, if you read this line, remember not the hand that writ it. And then Sonnet 72, and live no more to shame, nor me, nor you. I think that's so cool. Imagine how immersed he had to have been in reading and learning, and he's just such a creative soul. Gabriel, he says, the lyrics are from the perspective of Tuomas and his lonely inner child, largely lacking the ability to integrate socially. A soul that can only express itself through music. But then he said something to me. The lyrics are significant, but what you feel while listening is the most important. So, with that said, that was all of my notes. I know, it's already been like 10 minutes and we haven't even got to the song. I told you it's going to be a long one. but I think it was important to do that with this song. Let's go ahead and get to it. Gotta have my earphones on. I forgot that I didn't have them in. Okay. And here we go. Okay, it's one thing hearing this song, but it's another thing seeing Thomas in the background singing it along with it. Okay, I'm backing up a little bit. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I'm just remembering, I don't even know who wrote it, but just someone said, just remember after you hear it. He wrote it when he was 23, and since then he's found happiness and the love of his life, and yeah. Well, you know, you go through life. I really don't want to look at those right now. You can go through life and so many things happen to you, or you feel so many different things, and it's so difficult to one, even deal with what you feel, but to express what you feel. And I would say every once in a while you find someone that has a gift to be able to put what you feel into words, or to music, or to a song, or a poem. And that's what he did. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's funny because it's not really funny, but it's ironic. When after I read the lyrics, I felt really sad. And I don't feel that sadness. I just feel like I've witnessed the expression of who he was at that moment. With everything stripped away. And he gave that to us. That's what I feel. And there's so much beauty in that. So freaking beautiful. And it helps when you have a goddess singing. So I'm so glad that I approached this song like that. I'm so glad, because if I'd have heard it just whimsically and reacted to it, I wouldn't have even known any of this. And honestly, I would have probably kind of jammed a little bit because it has a great beat. And I wouldn't have been able to hear what the boy was saying. I wouldn't have understood any of that. So I'm so grateful that I took the time to do this. Probably drove some of you all a little nuts, so I apologize for that. Wasn't my intention, but okay. Well, this video is long. It's 22 minutes long. I knew it was going to be, but it was time well spent. And I appreciate the time that you spend with me. I appreciate you all coming along this journey with me, and for your wonderful suggestions and all your information, and for taking the time to comment on that prelude, the prelude video. It helped me understand and helped me experience this in a whole different way than what I would have. So I'm grateful. All right, well, that was the video. That was Nightwish, Dead Boy's poem. And I will see you all really soon. Bye.